100 YouTube savages, bro. On the YouTube's 100 of y'all are rocking with me. That is insane, bro. You're rocking with me like that? Well, I'm rocking with y'all too, and I got something special for y'all today. I wanted to take the newbies back in time a little bit, back to where I had like 10 savages on YouTube, bro. It was a long time ago. It was 4 years ago. I'm 23. 5 video games you'd take with you on a deserted island. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, childhood game. Gotta take it with me. It's just too good. Even nowadays, it's too good. Soul Calibur 4, another childhood game. And I still miss that game to this day. I'm pretty sure it would be the only game that I would emulate. Like, listen. Animal Crossing New Horizons. I love it. I've always been an Animal Crossing person ever since the GameCube. I gotta take it with me. The Sims 2, because I never got to experience it. And I've seen so much about it. I've seen so many Sims creators and Sims gameplay, and I just want to experience it, and I want to take it with me. And it's the best Sims. It is, okay? It is. Even with me never experiencing it, objectively, I can see that it's the best Sims. All of the Telltale games, from The Wolf Among Us to The Walking Dead to the Batman series, Telltale, they did it right with decision-making games. They did it right. They had their faults, but they did it right. If you weren't a streamer or a gamer, what would your dream job be? Child, I do not dream of labor. Younger Kat wanted to be a marine biologist. She always wanted to work with animals and be in the water. Either of those things. I still love animals till this day, and I still love water to this day. I always call myself a fish, but you know, I'm not that good at science, and there's a lot of it to be a marine biologist. So unfortunately, that dream couldn't come to fruition. Nowadays, if I wasn't a streamer or a content creator in general, I would really love to be a voice actor. I would love to voice a character. That's a dream of mine. Who is your favorite cat, and why is it me? Who is your favorite Mac? Who are creators you have high hopes in? Obviously, Corey Kenshin. Corey, if you see this ever, I love you, bro. You inspired me to make content. I've been following you since I was 11 years old, and I'm riding until the wheels fall off. Whoa, wait. So like, Corey, please understand. Obviously, my homies and my fellow content creators, I want to see everybody thrive. I want to see everybody win, and one day be in the spot that I'm in, you know. I have too many to list right now, but ask me about them and I'll tell you for sure. What plans do you have to see yourself in 5 years? Move out. I really just want to build income. I really just want to have a steady source of financial stability for myself and continue to build my brand and my business. Hopefully, if I'm lucky enough, you know, be able to employ myself fully, you know, in around the 2025 day and age. We'll see where things go, and we'll see where things take me. The good Lord up above been working, so you know I ain't gonna ask him to clock out. What motivated you to keep going with your channel in your What motivated you to keep going with your channel in your earlier days? The fun of the process. I really fell in love with everything that had to do with content creation, from the editing to posting clips to having those silly moments where you get to just be free and be yourself, to actually playing the video games and, you know, building the community. It was the building of the community and finally meeting people when things started to take off, you know, and finally getting to have my own family that shared the same values as me, and you know, were aiming for the same things that I was aiming for, which was just comfort and fun. I had a plan. I hit the ground running, and I put my plan into action and it paid off. Corey Kenshin, obviously, like I said, he is the main reason that I even thought that any of this was possible back then. Corey, Chris Smoove, and Dashi were the only people of color, and for Corey and Chris, they were the only black people that I saw back then that were doing this, and they were doing it well. And the last thing would definitely be the reactions from my friends. I always liked making my friends laugh and being a goofball and getting their happiness and stuff that would come from me making them laugh. I'm naturally a goofball. If you didn't know, if you couldn't tell, then, you know, I don't know where you've been at, I don't know what you've been doing, but I'm naturally a goofball and I can't help it. So their happiness brought me happiness and kept me going and keeps me going to this day when people find me funny, because I'm stupid, bro. Niche creators you really like. Dashi. Been watching Dashi since I was 11 because he's Dashi. Game Theory, because I really like to theorize and talk about conspiracies and things like that. Really love to it gets my brain going, and Game Theory does it very well, going into depth and diving in and doing research that backs up their theories, so it's not just, you know, half-assed or weak, and it actually has a foundation to it. I love talking about those kind of things to other theorizers and other people that are like, I didn't know, and especially when it came to FNAF, because to this day I'm still checking out on Game Theory for FNAF. Virtual Japan is a new content creator that I found more recently in the past year, and VJ does walkthroughs of Japan by actually walking through landmarks and beautiful areas of Japan in 4K quality, and it's so beautiful, so beautiful. For the new people, I always have wanted to go to Japan, and I still want to go. Psyched to Go is a cute animation. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just cutesy animations of psychological behaviors and analysis and all things having to do with the brain and why you behave a certain way, or how to tell that your relationship is going to work out with somebody, just going into details like that. And lastly, Afro Senju. I know I talk about Corey a lot, I know I talk about Dashi a lot, and they did inspire me. They do have a hand in my content creation, but Afro, I think, is what I think about when I think about the long game for me, and where I think that I can finally be like, you know, I made it as a content creator, because everything that Afro does, from how fire his thumbnails are to his commentary to just he is what I envision when I envision like me really going hard for the content creation from his community really ride for him. Not that Corey's and Dashi's don't, but Afro is it for me, and I really like watching his content on top of that. So he inspires me a lot. 3 artists that you used to listen to back then that you still listen to now, and 3 artists that you listen to now that weren't out back then. Okay, Jhené Aiko, Michael Jackson, XXX. Happy belated X, your birthday just passed. 3 artists that I listen to now that weren't out back then: Masego, Jessie Reyez, and her. What's an unshared hobby you have? I feel like I've shared majority of my hobbies, and I haven't developed any new ones since then. But the one that I talk about the least is poetry. I still do poetry on the side here and there, and I don't really share my poetry side very much because, you know, it's it's poetry. But I love poetry. I love putting haikus together. That's really my go-to form. But I love me a good spoken word. I love me some really good, well-developed, well-structured poetry. And every now and then when I need to get my feelings out, poetry is where I go. So if y'all ever want, you know, I could pull out the poetry.
No.
5 things you're interested in but intimidated by. Ooh. Okay. Making music. I have no idea how anything works when it comes to music, from beats to actually forming it, to what software to use. Like, I just know very little about it, but I would love to make some lo-fi. Skating. Always love to watch skaters. Always love to actually see people IRL skating, and it always looked cool. But that falling, I'm a big girl, so you know, me hitting the ground, that's a little bit scary, and I don't want to do that. So I opted to learn how to roller skate instead. But old-fashioned skateboarding, cosplaying is cool. I like it. Would I do it myself? Maybe one day. But for now, I'll just stick to watching. Traveling. I really want to go travel and see the world and see so many areas like Japan, Iceland, the Netherlands, Lisbon, Porto, Hong Kong, Puglia, Abu Dhabi. Like, there's so many beautiful places in the world that I just want to go experience. And the way my wallet is set up, it's not. And equestrian riding. Horses are so beautiful. They're so majestic, and they're just big, heavy puppies. And the idea of riding a horse into the sunset, that's so majestic, bro. Like, to have a horse and as your companion, you know, take care of a horse and be able to just go for a ride, that sounds so cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this 100 YouTube subs special. It was very near and dear to my heart, and I hope that you got to learn some new things about me. Or, you know, if you go back and choose to watch the first video that I ever uploaded 4 years ago, you can go do that. Please don't mention it to me. just go watch it if you want to. But I really do appreciate you guys, and I just wanted to take this moment and say that y'all are here with me from the bottom to the top. I appreciate from the bottom of my heart every single one of you. This journey has been amazing, and whether it's Twitch or YouTube or Twitter or wherever you guys may support me, wherever you guys may follow me, and wherever you may enjoy my content, I see you. And I'm doing this for you. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all soon. I love y'all. Subscribe if you enjoyed. Like the video. Share it. Don't. Do whatever you want. I'll see y'all later. All right? Peace.